Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best non-gambling small forwards right now in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, the non-gambling small forward position was by far the weakest in my team, and still I think is kind of weak, but has definitely gotten a good influx of a few top tier cards recently who I think can definitely play that position at a much higher level. So I think there are some good options towards the top of this list, but it's not an incredibly deep or incredibly elite spot for these non-gambling cards. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So we have at the number 10 spot Amari Stoudemire. Now this Amari card would be much higher than number 10, but his release stinks. It's pretty simple, honestly. His release is just bad. Everything else about the card is good. He's got great SIGs. He's a very, very good all-around statistical card. He does a lot of things well. He's a versatile defender. And he's got a lot of size at 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan. Like, this card is really solid. His release is just bad. And, like, he has the worst release of any card in this list, and that holds him back. In my opinion, if he had a good release, he'd be top 5 for sure. Maybe even higher than that. But unfortunately, without an elite release, I can't put Amari Stoudemire any higher than number 10. Number 9 is going to be Lauri Markkanen, who is also available last season. Is the 6'11" wing. Like, he's got a lot of size and a lot of shooting. Very nice release. Good dunking ability. Solid defender as well, especially at 7 foot. I think he plays pretty well. He's not a great shot creator. He certainly doesn't have top tier SIGs. Doesn't have unbelievably elite speed either. So, in general, he's mostly a catch and shoot guy on the offensive end of the court. But he's got the athletic ability to attack the rim as well. And I think his size provides a lot of value in terms of defensive versatility and honestly even offensive ability to attack mismatches, because at this point in the game we're getting more and more size, and I think having a guy like Lauri with his size at small forward can be very valuable. Number 8 is going to be Peja Stojakovic. I honestly think this page is pretty similar to Lauri. Also a very good shot shooter, not an elite shot creator, has good size. He's 6'10", not 7 foot, but he's still a pretty big small forward with an elite release, solid slasher, decent but not great playmaker. His SIGs could certainly be better, but he's a super solid defender, does a lot of things well on the defensive end of the court. John Wall escape's not bad, but the rest of his SIGs I don't think are top tier. His release is very smooth, quick, and easy, but in general, I still think he's a little too limited to be any higher than number 8 at this point. Number 7 be Cam Johnson. Cameron Johnson is 6'8" as well, 6'10" wingspan, so doesn't have quite as much size, but he's got a lot of versatility. He's a good defender. He's got Hoff movable, enforcer, anchor, clamps, fast feet, which is really nice. Elite level catch and shoot shooter as well. Solid defender, good finisher. Like, again, I think he's pretty similar to a Peja, honestly, but he's got better SIGs overall than Peja does. Got a better escape, better dribble style. Gives him a little bit more go-to SIGs, and I think even though he's 2 inches shorter, he's very similar to Peja, but with a little more shot creation ability, and that gives him a slight edge, in my personal opinion, putting him at number 7. Number 6 is going to be PJ Washington, who has been one of the better players for the Mavs in their title run. Glad to see him get this free opal, which was a really solid card. Only 6'7", with 7'3" wingspan, has great length, decent player build, hotspots from literally everywhere, great shooter, smooth release, defensively very, very good as well. Not an unbelievably elite playmaker, but he does actually have very good SIGs, so he is able to put the ball on the floor at a pretty high level. Pro 2 fade as well. Release could maybe be a little better, but it's certainly not bad. He's got a 95 driving dunk as well. This is one of the more complete free small forwards in my team, and I think he is a very, very solid card. Now, still does need the handles for days match added if you're going to use him at a high level, but overall, I think PJ's pretty good. Number 5 is going to be Terry Dischinger. I almost want to put Terry a couple spots lower than number 5 at this point, but I still think his release is absolutely butter, and he's super athletic, great shooter. Badge-wise, very good. I just really, the gold clamps is kind of strange, but most people who have this card have Hoff clamps added to him. His playmaking could be a little better even with the Kimba escape, because I don't think his behind the back is unbelievably elite, and his fade is also kind of weird, but his release is awesome. He's got great slashing and shooting ability. May not have unbelievable size, but one of the better releases of any card on this list, and I think as a whole still a super solid defender as well. A card who I think is deserving of a borderline top 5 spot. You could probably argue him a spot or two lower if you wanted to, but I'm leaving him in the 5 spot still at this point. Number 4 is going to be Mr. DFS, former Mavs legend Dorian Finney-Smith. Dorian provides a lot of size. Well, not a lot of size, but some 6'7" with a 7-foot wingspan. But a lot of versatility is what he does provide. Elite level defensive badges, but also half catch, agent 3, corner specialist, limitless range, serious slashing, 95 driving dunk, 94 3-ball, 95 speed, defensively really good, and good gold playmaking badges as well. And then got good sigs, tray escape, curry slide, like super solid playmaking ability, and nice smooth release. There's just a lot of completeness to this card, and I think he's one of the newer opals that's come out recently, and he is very complete and has good animations changed as well, which again I think makes him a really solid card at the small forward position. Now, his release could be a teensy bit better. I think, again, you could make an argument, like between him, Terry, PJ Washington, like it's really close between all those guys. You could kind of organize that however you want, but I think this is fair. Now, slightly above those guys is this Keegan Murray. I understand he's only an opal. I haven't done a gameplay yet with this card. Maybe I'll do a gameplay with him this week. We'll see. 6'8" with a 7-foot wingspan, though. Try this card out if you have him in your collection, because he's only 52K. He's got great shooting badges, really good defensive badges as well, key perimeter and interior badges, blow by, speed booster, fast pitch, posterizer, precision dunker, 90 driving dunk, 98 3-ball, 95 speed, defensively absolutely phenomenal, and then his animations are incredible too. Kyrie dribble style, Kemba escape, pro behind the back, Chris Paul's receive, drag back, which is pretty good, pro 2 fade, and a release that is also very good. As a whole, this Keegan Murray is the best viable small forward in the game right now, and I haven't done a gameplay on him yet, but I feel like I probably should, because he is a really good looking card that I think is a little slept on. And I might actually do a gameplay on him this afternoon as y'all watch this video. I might have to get on and do a gameplay with him after I record this one, because this card's really good, and I think he deserves a gameplay of his own because he is a viable elite budget card. At the number 2 spot, I'm going Bobby Jones. If Bobby Jones had a better upper on his jumper, he'd be number 1, but that Dwight Howard upper does hurt what is a very good base with Markelle Fultz base. It's still a very smooth, easy release, Kyrie dribble style, tray escape, curry slide, John Wall's drag back, 6'9" with every single defensive Hall of Fame badge in the game, and elite level slashing. But you do need to add shooting badges to him, upgrade the 3-ball with his shoe if you can. That is his only flaw, and I still think he's probably your second best free small forward in the game right now. The card is really good, but I don't think I can put him any higher than number 2 because of that upper not being exceptionally elite. And again, he does need some shooting badges. Only an 81 base 3-ball means with even a coach and a shoe, that's only going to be about an 89. So definitely would add those shooting stats and badges to him if you can to upgrade him as much as possible. But overall, I think he's a super solid card. And then number 1 is going to be Kyle Kuzma. Kuz is basically, I think, he's easily, I think, number 1, first of all, because he's got insane badge completeness as a slasher, shooter, playmaker, and defender, has the half handles for days that most of these small forwards don't, and he's got top tier 6, hard and by on the back, tray escape, Kyrie dribble style, really great, pro 2 fade, and a very good release as well that I don't think has as much of an issue. Like, I like his release better than Bobby Jones. He's got better base shooting badges than Bobby Jones. He may not be quite as good a defender, but overall I think he's the better card, and I think he's definitely kind of a no-brainer best small forward that you can get for non-gambling right now. Now, this Kuzma card does expire tomorrow as y'all see this video, so if you want to get this card in your lineup, you need to do it now. But he is a very good option in my team, and I think he is the number 1 card in the game right now as a non-gambling small forward. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this video. Would love to hear y'all's thoughts in the comment section down below on who I maybe ranked too high, too low, or who you think I left out the list entirely that does deserve a spot. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.